Hello everybody, I actually found a new game. Well, this game ain't exactly new, but it's a fun game. Basically, you shoot people and get upgrades if you lose. In order to win a round, you have to win 5 rounds. The thing is, these bullets actually have gravity. You don't just shoot things like in Rivals. Ow. So, for example, there's different effects that you might get if you get shot, depending on the upgrades the other person chooses. So, for example, I'm gonna use Saw. That means when I press E, which is the shield button, it will spawn a Saw that damages nearby players. I might lose this round, but it's fine because I'm only showcasing the game and I'm not actually trying to make it look good. Well, I'm not trying to make myself look good, not like any other people. Also, there's the shop, which you can get other things in that you don't have by default. You see, there's abilities that you can unlock, and these abilities have various effects and buffs and debuffs. A lot of them will also give you debuffs. For example, the thing that this guy just chose, Overflow. This gives him 9 more bullets and allows him to rapid fire like a minigun. But the downside is that they're much less accurate and they do 35% less damage. Now, you would mostly only want to pick the ones that give you upgrades, but there are some abilities that just have better pros than cons. For example, Overflow is bad, yes, but there is also heat-seeking, which kind of bends towards the player you're shooting at very slightly, but the debuff is it does 10% less damage. So you would think it's bad, but in reality it's actually one of the most used abilities. At least for me, it's one of my most, if not the most favorite ability ever. And you know, it's not like you keep the same map every single time. Also, a funny thing is that if somebody knocks an object like this block, you can also break it. And as you can see, what just happened was I exploded barrels. Now these barrels are actually hazards. If you shoot them enough, they're gonna explode and deal massive damage. You'd want to look out for them, but in some cases you actually want to use them to your advantage, which is obviously very map dependent. So these barrels don't actually explode, but you can still use them to kill somebody if you have the propulsion upgrade, which pushes objects and players. Like this guy already has it, and he pushes me every single time that he hits me. As you can see, I keep flying away from him because that's what the propulsion upgrade does. I'm not sure if it's purchasable or upgradable or just by default. I'm pretty sure it's purchasable. But my point being, these upgrades are very fun to use. Like you see, I keep flying and flying and flying, which is actually really fun even for me, even though I'm losing my HP rapidly and not doing very good on my, progress. I'm still winning by 4-2. So let me pick Burn. Burn actually, well, it's a status effect. So while it does increase your reload cooldown, meaning you shoot slower, but the fire does a lot more damage than a normal bullet. It's also very persistent. Even if you use a shield, it won't just extinguish right away. It's still gonna stay. And the reason I bring this up is because there's a few other effects that at least I know. There's more. There's also ice that slows down the opponent when you hit them. There is also lightning, which is kind of like freeze, but instead it doesn't keep them slow like for the entire duration of the actual effect. Instead, It's kind of like bursts. It's kind of like bursts of slowness, but it's much more focused and stronger slowness. And there's also poison, which kind of acts like fire, so I don't really have to explain it. It's stronger, but the upgrade actually makes you kind of worse, because it also decreases your bullet count. It gives you less bullets, which isn't something you would usually want unless you have overflow, like this guy does. He has overflow. He picked it from the very start of the game. Different abilities, like synergize differently. They don't actually have any synergies, but it's still fun to mess around with different upgrade combos. I'm just gonna say that. Well, anyway, that was the vid, so thanks for watching.